Hi everybody, welcome back to the course. Today we're going to be discussing negative keyword lists. So we've already touched on negative keywords, but just to revisit the subject, negative keywords are the keywords that you add to your account that let you exclude search terms from your campaigns. So obviously these are really important to allow you to kind of focus in on the keywords that are really going to matter for you and your business and what your customers are going to be searching for. So negative keywords just stop you from mainly appearing for things that are irrelevant to your business, and it's going to prevent you from accruing a lot of wasted spend across the account, which can happen quite quickly if you're using kind of broader match types and that have the potential to reach out to keywords that might not be as highly relevant to your business. So you should have already gone through the stage of selecting negative keywords for the campaigns that you have across the account. You'll be thinking about things such as potentially competitors, or if, for example, you were a travel company and you only targeted specific destinations, a lot of negative keywords might be the destinations that you don't want to appear for example. So you've probably done quite a bit of research into exactly what you don't want to appear for, and you might have already applied these across your account at a campaign level or an ad group level. But what we're going to do today is look at how you create what's known as a negative keyword list. And a negative keyword list has the benefits of same as negative keywords in that it's the search terms that you don't want to show across your account, but they can be applied across multiple campaigns quite quickly and easily within the Google Ads interface. So how it works is to build a negative keyword list is the same way in what you would do in terms of applying negatives to your account. You'd have a think about what you want that list to entail. Now with lists, you can add up to 5,000 negative keywords per list that you create, and you can have up to 20 negative keyword lists within your Google Ads account. So what you might want to do is create lists based on themes, for example, as some of the lists might be relevant for some campaigns but not for others. So an example might be if you wanted to create a cross-match negative keyword list, that would mean applying all of your exact keywords that you have in your account as negative exacts across your broad match modifier, broader phrase campaigns. And that would be a really quick way to just, every time you create a new broad match modifier campaign, for example, or phrase campaign, to just quickly go in and assign that negative keyword list and apply it across very easily. Like I mentioned before, it might be a theme around, for example, a list of destinations that you don't want to appear for. So if you're a holiday company and you only offer holidays in Asia, for example, you'll then want to potentially apply and build a negative keyword list around all of Europe's specific countries and cities and that you don't want to be appearing for. So it just gives you that little bit of extra reassurance that your account is very well structured and you are only targeting the search terms that you want to appear for. Just to note that this is in regards to applying them to search. Negative keywords can work differently across display and video campaigns, depending on the keywords or the methods of targeting that you have within your ad groups, etc. Some pages where your ads appear could contain excluded terms, so just bear that in mind. This is specifically for your search campaigns that we're going to build these for today. So to create and apply negative keyword lists, you're going to navigate to your Google Ads account. So if you pop in and come into your main interface, it's a really straightforward process. You're just going to drop in from the top menu where your tools and settings are. Just up here, if you drop down, you'll see here under the shared library section, we have negative keyword lists. Now within here, if you've never built one before, this is what they look like. If you have built lists before, you'll have a list already, and it'll have the number of keywords that are in that list and which campaigns it's been assigned to. But to create a negative keyword list, you're just going to pop onto this plus sign to add a negative keyword list and give your list a name. So I'm just going to call this test list. Now remember, when you're creating your negative keyword list, you want to assign the parameters in line with the match type that you want to use in your negative keyword list. So for example, if you're applying negative exacts, you'll need the square bracket parameter, which will look like this. So test, there we go. So that means that this keyword will be a negative exact within that list. I would stick to potentially creating match type specific lists rather than having cross match types between them, but depends on what the category is, what the list theme is. You can go ahead and build them however you prefer. If you're creating obviously a cross match negative list, for example, then you'll build it potentially in an exact list, and that'll be applied to any of your other match type campaigns. So you're just going to go ahead and populate this list. Stop typing them in, or you might already have like a list of keywords pre-built somewhere else. You could just literally copy and paste those in and populate it. So once you finish adding your negative keywords, you're just going to click this save option, and then your list has been built. Now nothing's happened with this list as of yet. All that we have is we have a negative keyword list within the account. It hasn't actually been applied until we assign it to a campaign. So in order to do that, you're going to just pop back into this list, and you'll see at the bottom it's got this option to apply to campaigns, and you can see here on the right hand side the match type that's been assigned because I've popped in the square brackets. Now you could actually drop down and change this if you wanted to, for example, and what you'll see is it takes off the brackets abroad and it'll pop in some speech marks if it's phrase, as you can see there. I'm just going to pop it back to exact for this example. So to apply to the campaigns, literally just click this option. I've got a couple of test campaigns in here. It might be that you want to apply it to one campaign only. It might be that you want to apply it to a selection campaigns, or you might want to apply it across the whole account. If you apply it across all campaigns, you can just click the top box and it will highlight every single campaign that's within your list, or you can click individual ones and it will show you on the right hand side which campaigns have been selected to apply this to. So I'm just going to apply it to my test campaign, click done, and there you can see that that negative keyword list, the test list, is now being applied to one campaign. So I can go back to my negative keyword list and you'll see on the side here it's got one campaign. So if you're ever not sure whether or not it's been assigned correctly, you can always navigate back to this main page and you'll see the number of keywords and the number of campaigns that it's been applied to. And there we have it. That's a really quick and easy way to build your negative keyword lists. I do suggest that you go ahead and do this to make ease of management for yourself. Thanks for listening, and keep learning, guys.